It was a tremendous hardship because first of all, it took my bill money, took everything, left me with $13 in the bank.
A bold new scam is sweeping across the New Orleans metro area, and the criminals are taking advantage of people who have been hit with news that a loved one has just been arrested. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. The fraud uses sensitive law enforcement information, and it also has detectives looking at whether the scammers are getting help from the inside of the criminal justice system.
Investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein spoke to several people who have been victimized.
Marcus Downs said he was shocked when someone called and told him that his brother had just been arrested in Washington Parish.
And my brother, a law-abiding citizen, don't even know what a speeding ticket is.
The caller said Downs could pay $2,000 to get his brother released on an electronic ankle monitor. The caller ID made it appear that the call was coming from the sheriff's office, so Downs dropped everything to respond.
So with my wife, come on, hurry up, we got to go somewhere. We got to try to get my brother out of jail. So I went and got the money out the bank.
After Downs drained his bank account, the caller directed him to this Bitcoin ATM machine inside of a convenience store.
Okay, you see, that right there should just be a dead giveaway. Bitcoin, a Bitcoin machine. I don't know why these people aren't like using any type of common sense, but they should know that if this kind of call is coming from like the federal government, like the county, they don't use Bitcoin at all. I don't even know if they even call you to let you know that someone has been arrested. I have no idea how that stuff works, but this should be a dead giveaway. And I'm pretty sure they want him to go to the Bitcoin machine, send $2,000 to this number, and then he's never going to see the money again. Pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
Store in Hammond. Here he is on a store camera getting scammed.
I slid $2,000 in, on a $100 bill. In the midst of me sliding the $2,000 in, my wife was like, something not adding up.
His wife was right. The money was gone, but his brother stayed in jail. He called the Washington Parish Sheriff's Office to find out what was going on.
That's when they informed us that they don't have no ankle monitoring division.
Fears, anxieties.
Called to find out that they don't even have an ankle monitoring division. It seems like this man did not ask any qualifying questions to figure out what really is going on. Because I mean, you can ask these questions, like it's like what he was arrested for, how long has he been there, things like that. But he didn't bother to ask at all. These scammers are like tugging at your heartstrings to make you send them money. I have been getting a lot of these text scams from Amazon. Well, people who are saying that they're Amazon saying that, oh, our product does not stand up to our guidelines and you can keep the item, but you have to click this link below in order for us to refund you for the money. I'm not clicking nothing because I already know it's a scam, and they constantly send this message to me over and over again. And the main giveaway that I know it's a scam is that there's 4 other people in the chat. They send it to 4 people at the same time, and I'm one of them. So I'm like, obviously, that's fake. A lot of fake stuff going on nowadays. So you need to be careful. Make sure you tell your parents or people who are elderly, do not fall for this stuff. I'm about to actually call my father today and tell him if he sees stuff like this, don't even bother and replying to this stuff because it's all fake. Don't send him any money. It's just a scam. These scams are getting out of control.
Sadness, these are the most easy things to scam.
This woman, who didn't want us to identify her, got a similar call in late April. The caller said he was from ASAP, the area's biggest ankle monitoring company. He said he could get her son out of jail for about $1,000.
The emotion just really took over. So basically, you know, you're really not focusing on this and that. You're just focusing on getting them out.
The woman said the caller knew all of the details about her son's arrest, including the fact that he was first taken to a hospital.
There was very smooth talking, very slick. They had it down packed.
She used Cash App to pay just over $1,000. She quickly realized she had been taken.
It's sad, it's, you know, heartbreaking. I mean, we work for that, you know, and for them to just be able to think that they can catch us at our most vulnerable moment.
Matt Dennis is the owner of ASAP. His office has been contacted by multiple people who were victimized.
We're talking within an hour or 2 or 3 of them making it to the jail, they're receiving these phone calls.
Dennis said the scammers appear to have inside information.
So obviously that is coming from somebody that works with that organization, because only they would have access to the information that quickly. I know it becomes public information, but it takes I'm pretty sure it takes a few days for it to become public.
They clearly have access to information. I mean, we have a couple of instances where we understand individuals came from the hospital to the jail. We don't know how they would know that.
Over the past couple of months, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office heard from so many victims, they put out this urgent warning.
As the frequency of these complaints come in, the public needs to really be aware of what's going on with these scams.
Captain Lance Wade, Commander of Intelligence, said his office has made the cases a top priority.
Let's get this very clear. We're aware of what's going on. We're very concerned about it. We're aggressively and diligently seeking a resolution.
Wade acknowledged that the scammers' use of sensitive law enforcement information is concerning.
It's always a possibility that they're accessing the information. That's one of the angles that we're looking into.
He says the fraudsters not only have insider jail information, but they are hitting people when they're too upset to think clearly.
They're just preying on the emotions and the love that people have for their loved ones who are detained.
Marcus Downs said that even if his case goes unsolved, he hopes it can serve as a caution to others.
It was a tremendous hardship because, first of all, it took my bail money, took everything, left me with $13 in the bank.
Mike Pearlstein, WWL, Louisiana.
And I'm pretty sure they were very upset with this because, they, like I said, they like to tug on your heartstrings. This man took his bill money, I thought he said bail money. They took his bill money and used it to go send it to some scammer because they got inside information that his brother was locked up. Come to find out, they don't even have an anchor monitoring system where this guy is. This is why you need to do your due diligence, even if you're not like a criminal, which I hope you guys aren't. If you're not a criminal, you need to do your due diligence. Know exactly how that system works in whatever county you're in is very important, because you don't want to get taken advantage of like this. When you have people getting this information immediately, sending it to you, playing with your heartstrings, and then saying, oh, we can get your loved one out if you send us a couple $1,000s. That don't even sound right. A couple $1,000s, because usually bail is like way higher than that. I don't know how those systems work, but this is definitely an inside job. And I'm sure this is not just only going to be in this one state. I'm sure as soon as someone sees this, they're going to get an idea and say, hey, you know what? We can do that too. We have this access to this information immediately as well. We can start scamming people too. And that's just the sad reality of it is today. People out here scamming. I know times are hard, but they ain't that damn hard. If you actually really out here working a good job and not spending all your money, it's not that hard out here. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See y'all next time. And make sure y'all be careful out there. It's crazy.